So after lunch and learn, you will literally be watching me eat lunch, and we will be learning about BDSM. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. I know I didn't make an announcement or anything, but that's going to be the nature of these things. Hopefully I can remember to pin this. I also realized people weren't being able to see my videos because I didn't tag them properly, so I'm going to try to fix that. Uh, and I just really wanted to connect with you guys. Last time you heard from me, I didn't realize that the last time you heard from me through video was when after my job interview. So, uh, congratulations to me. I got that job, which is why I've been busy. So right now, even though I'm pretty busy with work, I really wanted to reconnect and try to establish that. So what I found was I kept saying, "Hey, I'm gonna do a video at the end of the day. When I'm done with work." And then I realized I am just mentally drained. I have so much energy during the day, during even lunch, to do like laundry or do errands. But at the end of the day, I'm like, nope, I'm done. That's it. So I decided I'm going to start doing these during lunches. And so after lunch and learn, you will literally be watching me eat lunch, and we will be learning about BDSM. So since I didn't ask you for any topics, I'm just going to talk about what's on my mind. Namely, I think the last post that I really responded in depth to um, was about what to do if you have a dominant that just kind of magically wants you to know what they want. And in an ideal world, I'm sure that is every sub's dream. I know it's my sub's dream to really know what, to always anticipate and know what their dominant wants. So, great in theory, but it's not really feasible. Here's the thing. Even after you've known each other for a while, you might start to know each other's preferences. Like, do they like sausage or bacon on their breakfast sandwich? Do they like apple juice or orange juice? What is it that they like? But in that first instance, you really need to be told what that preference is, or that becomes part of the play is the failing. But it really needs to be explicitly about the play, where it's fun and lighthearted. That like, oh well, you have to guess. Like, just try the different like juices like for breakfast. And so that you get punished, but in more I it would be more of a punishment just because like, oh, it's part of the training, because it's not necessarily that they didn't do what you asked them to do. They did, they guessed, they just guessed wrong. So they actually still did what the actual test request was. Does that make sense? So and conversely, what my point on that was is that not only is it difficult, but it for me it begs a larger question of what else does this dynamic going to be like? Like, is it going to always rely on mind reading? Are we not going to do negotiations? So if the dom expects that the sub will be able to read their mind, they might expect that they might feel like, oh, I can read the sub's mind. And that's where you run into those situations where people getting their boundaries violated, they're not having fulfilling scenes, I mean, best case is that someone gets butt hurt. Worst case is that someone like ends up in the emergency room because you like, oh, well, they do this sport. I don't know, they play lacrosse. I mean, they should be fine. Like, they're healthy, they're strong. I should be able to do shibari and I should be able to rig them. However, you didn't know that because of lacrosse, they have this previous injury. And because you assumed that you knew, now they're in the emergency room because, I don't know, they punctured a lung. I'm just making stuff up here. I'm just pulling things out of air. Not really based on reality. But that's why I think that those type of dynamics where it's relying on what I like to call dolphin speak is really difficult. And I think that's part of, sorry, I'm really hungry, y'all. That's a difficulty of when you go from a fantasy to a reality, is really parsing out those parts that are important to you. Like, maybe the fantasy really isn't, I want you to be able to read my mind. Maybe the fantasy is, I want to feel very seen by my submissive. Because hypothetically, if they could read your mind, they really could see you. They can understand your motivations, your thoughts, your fears. All these nuances that we're just not able to communicate, that we might not even be aware of, that's only in our thoughts. So I think that's why sometimes we need to like understand and ask what those questions are. Or it could be something as, I just want my life to be perfect. Who doesn't want their life to be perfect? That makes sense. And if someone could read your mind what you wanted, then it would be pretty close to perfect. So when you can hone in on the like the deep motivations, like the acting, like what's the motivation here? But it is, that still applies. What is that motivation behind that fantasy? What is it they're really actually trying to solve? Like, when you're hungry and you ask yourself, I'm like, am I actually hungry or am I just bored? Why am I hungry and I don't really feel like I just ate? So there's that initial thing that you want and that you feel, and then that digging deeper is where you're really going to find much more rich, fulfilling BDSM scenes, and also much more safe scenes that are also still fulfilling and rewarding. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. No one jumped on. That's okay. I understand you're all are busy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, how we're gonna proceed. I'm gonna definitely do this on Wednesday. Oh, tomorrow I'm actually going to be gone on vacation. Gonna go to Oktoberfest, so that will be fun. But Sergeant Day's been, I would have posted earlier, but it's been a very tough day at work. And I figured, you know what? If I can do this on a day I'm struggle busing and like my all of my tech is just not cooperating with me, I can do this on a day that's smooth sailing. So I hope that you're still getting value out of this, even though it wasn't really well planned. I guess like maybe in the future tag like hashtag ask Domino, maybe, and that at least I'll have something logical to talk about. Otherwise, I will just keep picking my own topics. And I know someone's going to ask, what are you eating? Quinoa salad and stuffed chicken breast, by the way. All right. Well, I hope this video finds you well and that you learned something. Comment down below or wherever, and use the hashtag AskDomina, and I will try to answer Domino. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.